Evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Darkest Dungeon. Today we're actually going to fight the HAG. Now the way that works is, by the way, I just want to explain the mechanics. Every time you do a mission in a place, it like clears a certain percentage path to the boss. Like you can see here it says progress 50%, progress 0. Once you get up to 100%, the mission to kill the boss will appear there and stay there forever. So like even if I don't kill the HAG now, it's not going to go away. It'll still be here. For the HAG, I like to bring 2 Hellions, a Vestal, and whoever else. I like the Highwayman because he's awesome. So they can use it if it bleeds on her a whole lot. Now, when you have a boss mission, the boss, it seems, always ends up being as far away from you as possible. So you don't have to explore the whole map. You can just basically hightail it to the opposite corner. Still, I'm going to play it safe with the food. I'm just going to give myself enough for a feast and 3 feedings. Torches I'm going to go light with because the firewood gives me basically a free fill up. And other than that, I'm not going to be exploring that much. We'll take 2 shovels because it's still the frickin' wheel. We'll take bandage, we'll take a key, and I'll take a holy water for that effigy that I'm never going to find ever again. So that's it. Let's head off. I do need to remember to change the camping skills because I bought a camping skill for one of the Hellions, but not both. I could have also bought Bless. Bless is an amazing skill. So one of the things I screwed up in my previous playthroughs, I pretty much only ever used the camping mechanism for stress relief, but it's so much more than that. It's just the buffs that you get when you camp last for the end of the mission, or until you camp again if it's a long mission, but then you can just reapply them. So it basically, it's an entire mission long buff, and they're substantial, like 10 accuracy, 10 crit, 10 dodge, things like that. It's just nuts. So it makes a really huge difference, and it's better just to camp earlier on. So sure, you lose a little bit of stress relief, but you gain a lot in efficiency clearing out the rooms. Some people even say you should camp as like your first thing, but I think that's going a little bit aggressive with it. Okay, breakthrough on her is only going to deal 1 damage because she's, a newbie. So I don't think I want to do that. Let's just go for if it bleeds on the Acolyte, see if I can get a good damage roll and kill her. Excellent. Here, this one doesn't do any more damage, does it, on the bleed through? Or the breakthrough? Well, we'll try it. Perfect. Wait, why does this one do more damage than the other one? Don't they both have upgraded weapons? 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Does this one have some sort of damage boost? Nope. I actually don't know why this one had more damage on it, but whatever. Let's just Dazzling Light. No one has any health missing. One weakness of the Hellions is they don't have anything good to do if they're just dicking around. So Crusaders can heal stress and heal and provide light. Lepers can heal themselves and reduce their own stress. Bounty Hunter, well, that's the 3 frontline classes: the Leper, the Crusader, and the Hellion. And the Bounty Hunter sort of sucks. So Hellions are maybe the best overall with that double stun and the high damage, but they also can't make good use of extra time. They have Adrenaline Rush, but that doesn't heal them. It provides just a temporary buff. So let's look at the tent, get some food and some money. And if you're gonna play really aggressively, you can, do extra exploration on these boss missions. However, because the boss fights do have the potential to turn south, my own preference is just to complete the mission as quickly as possible. The boss is almost certainly going to be down here because that's the farthest room from where you started. I guess it makes sense that they would do that so that you don't just like randomly find the boss right next to you. But it also makes it more predictable. Then again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So the boss is as far away from you as possible, so it's fine. That's just how the boss missions are. That's not necessarily bad. Okay, I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. Let's try to Judgment Day these bitches. Oh, not quite. So if the grape shot had not missed, this thing would be dead. I could try to do a breakthrough and finish off this dog, but what I'm going to do instead is be a bit more conservative. Let's just yop. Okay, never mind. Let's take a damage penalty and not do anything. Great. So every dog is still alive. Every dog gets to have its day. If this keeps up for too much longer, they're going to start critting. So we're going to try to kill one in 1 hit. Perfect. So that's 1 dog down. Please don't crit. Please don't crit. I'm okay with you damaging and bleeding me. I just don't want you to crit. Alright, grape shot. Please don't miss. Thank you. So let's try to yop again. Oh, what? Didn't you just go? Oh my god, how many times do these dogs get to have their day? Oh, I just make way too much of that joke. Okay, let's see. Do I want to top everybody off? No, I just want to try to finish off this dog and... Well, I should have seen that coming. Okay, at least this landed. He got stunned. Okay, so now we can just whack him to death. And hopefully the priest gets to go again. Nope. Well, the dog already went. I was hoping grape shot wouldn't kill it. Not the end of the world, though. I did find extra food here, so I'll be able to heal up some anyway. Okay. Another fight up here in the wilds. Not the worst thing. The fact that they go first sort of sucks. As long as they don't crit, though, this won't cost me too much in resources. Okay. So here I think the most sensible thing is to yop. Stop those guys from attacking, I think, is better than killing the Acolyte. Especially because if I get to go before the Acolyte, I might end up killing it anyway before it attacks. So ha, perfect. Heal, stress, monster dead, perfect. The second one went first, which was great, because I can use if it bleeds on him. That's the highest damaging skill. And here, there's no need to rush. We'll just take a grape shot. Priest might get to go again. I'm gonna... Oh, I was hoping that actually wouldn't kill him, but it killed him. The debuffs from these yops and breakthroughs last a little bit, but not too long. So it's generally not too big of a deal. I did not disarm that. Obviously, it took some stress, didn't take the damage, that's nice. Heirlooms fit into the stack, which is good. We're definitely going to use the firewood here. I could go one more room. The problem if I go into the room is that I might have to start throwing treasures away to make, or throwing supplies away to make space for treasure, and there's no need. I've got torches, so the extra light from dragging it out another room isn't that big of a deal. So let's feast because we can. Feasting is like buying enough food so you can feast. The way you want to think about it is it's kind of like you're paying money to get stress relief, and I think that's fair because it seems cheaper to buy, 4 extra food or something, or even 8 extra food than to have to pay for even a single person to go to stress relief. So we're going to sharpen spear, battle trance so it deals more damage, it's more accurate, and crits harder. We'll take the extra crit there, and the extra crit and damage there. What does it leave me with? I believe just 2. So, actually, we got 18 stress on this lady. I could reduce her stress a little bit. My other options are to be less likely to be surprised. I'll let her deal with the stress, and we're going to go for the increased chance of surprising monsters and of not being surprised, because while surprising the boss, I think, is either unlikely or impossible, it's worth it on the battles to the boss. I think we've already seen in this series like how big of a difference it can make to have the surprise on your enemies, which is partly why I used to play with full light to maximize my odds of having surprise. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like the price you pay for having the light at the high level isn't worth the benefit that you get for those extra times where you do surprise monsters. But with that said, surprising the monsters is very, very nice. So spending just 2 time to achieve that is pretty good. So who do you go after, the dog or the Acolyte? The Acolyte might cause stress, the dog just is annoying. Let's go ahead and remove the stress. If she bleeds, she'll die, and she is going to die. I think if it bleeds, it's going to get nerfed at some point. It just seems too good, because look, there's no damage penalty, and it's 2 points per round. And that 2 points per round actually increases, I believe, to 4 points per round at the highest limit, or at the highest level, once you upgrade it all the way. So it's kind of insane how much damage that deals. I feel like other comparable skills all have a damage penalty attached for the bleeding that they inflict. So we kept a bandage around, which is good. We got to use it, got a bunch of gold for it. Lovely. There is a chance the boss isn't here, I guess. I don't officially know 100% for certain that the boss is always as far away from you as possible, but I believe that's where she should be. So let's stun those guys because they're the damage dealers. And then Judgment Day. Do I try to finish these off or work on the artillery? Let's work on the artillery. Never mind. Okay, Mark Prey number 1. That's good because it does nothing. And I don't have a damage penalty on these. So let's go for if it bleeds on that guy. Try to kill him. Oh, low damage roll. It will die to the bleeding, but I don't particularly want him to live for 3 turns. Granted, the Highwayman, who is awesome, is going to be doing some grape shotting, so that might be able to finish this thing off. Ah, Rain of Blight. It had to happen. Oh, fuck. Well, everybody takes some stress. Okay, he dodged the stress. That's good. I'm going to actually go for a Wicked Hack on the guy up front. Actually, hold on. I have to get maximum damage to kill him. Not worth it. Even with their stun resist, there's a good chance they'll just be stunned, so I'm going to go for that. That way, it's just these Rain of Blights and the Prey markings, but as long as they mark Prey, I'm fine, and even the Rain of Blight's not too bad. Right, here's the Grape Shot, hopefully finishes off the middle guy. Good, so this guy's Brain Blighting days are over. Is it worth it to Divine Comfort? These guys are in pretty good shape. I think I'd rather just go for the Judgment and try to kill off the Scratcher. Good. Max damage roll, kills it off. So these guys are pretty insignificant now. I'll do a Yop, because I might as well. And then I was hoping the priest would come along just to top off everybody's health, because why not? Now we can go for the bleed. Ooh, yes, she has a damage debuff from yopping it up. Oh, the dodge. Painful. Alright, everybody's at full health. We might as well just kill that thing. I do think it's a bug that Dazzling Light does not raise your light level if it kills the monster. It doesn't seem to be the case based on how it's worded. Oh, wow. I don't know if there's an object you can use on the tent in order to avoid that possibility. Doesn't seem to happen very often, though, so I'll leave it alone. She's at a high stress level, which is unfortunate. Grape Shot did amazing damage there. 848, that's 20 damage. Pretty good. We'll just stun these guys, because like I've said before, these dudes don't deal too much damage. And in any case, he's surprised. These are the real high damage dealers. So I want to make sure they don't attack, and I'm willing to risk the thing. Anyway, none of that matters because everybody's just dead. So that was a surprise round. This guy's stunned. Even if he did go first, he'd still end up being stunned. So that was no resources lost in battle. Up. There's a trap I could not scout. Okay, resisted the blight, which is fine. And okay, now we'll confirm that the boss is here. Yep, there's the boss. As far away from you as possible, the boss will be. We have 2 curios. One of them is nothing, the other one is good. Okay. Well, now would be the time to eat some food. There's no reason not to. Could have actually not bought any food on this mission. But again, you know, you just never know. Do I want to raise the torch level? I'm okay with the accuracy and damage. I want to get the extra loot and the extra crits for sure. Okay, so here's the hag. So here's how it works. The cauldron is basically unkillable. The hag has a move where she chucks somebody into the pot. Then the cauldron's damage or health turns to 15, and it loses all these crazy resistances, and you can actually kill it to get the person to pop out. But the person pops out in the front, which can screw things up. It's better, I think, just to kill the hag. Notice her health's not that high, and she has almost no bleed resistance to top it off. So we're just gonna go to town on this lady. Hopefully stack up a bunch of bleeds and call it a day. Luckily, she didn't put one of the Hellions into the pot. That would have been annoying. But again, my preference is just to ignore the cauldron. One thing that's worth noting about this fight that I think makes it extra challenging is the fact that she definitely goes way more often. I think like she goes like twice as often as you do, which makes sense because she's the only one, and it's just the damage from the cauldron. So it makes sense that she gets extra turns and all. But my girlfriend just stuck her finger in my mouth and started waving it around. But it makes it hard. Like, if you go in with the wrong sort of heroes, like if you have a Crusader up at the front who can't actually hit the hag and is forced to attack the cauldron, like, this can be a tough battle. But if you have double Hellions, they can both just whack over with full damage and a bleed on the hag and, you know, make it look easy. I also happen to get 2 crits with the pistol, but it was going to be a fine fight. The priest had plenty of time left. Let's see how much it actually did to her. Yeah, it would have been another 5 rounds before she popped out. So the way it works is once the hero is down to 0, they don't die. They spill out of the pot, and then they're at death's door. So I definitely want to take the money. This thing is... It actually is a good thing if you're playing with a Plague Doctor, but I'm never going to, so I'm just not going to care. And then the Jester is another trash thing. Also, this trinket is trash, so that's great. So let's go ahead and open up the chest. We got this key, making sure we get a prize. Oh, what the... Oh... I guess not all heirloom chests have a hidden compartment. Okay. It wasn't trapped, at least. Stress resist. Honestly, this thing's pretty worthless, but sure, I'll just take it. Okay, we'll take everything else. No reason to eat the food or anything. Food doesn't relieve stress. Yep, we're good to go. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that video, that epic takedown of the HAG. And I learned something from this video as opposed to the previous videos, which I don't think anybody could have learned anything from. So, thanks again, and I'll see you again soon. Now, of course, if you want to stick around for the middle management, let's do it. Bulimic, that doesn't matter. That's really, really good, actually. I find another thing about these quirks is the good ones tend to be really good, whereas the ones that are good tend to be really good, whereas the quirks are much more ignorable in their bad effects. Maybe it's just a perception thing, like, if something is a positive quirk, it's like, oh, that's nice to have, whereas if something is a negative quirk, it's like, yeah, I'll deal with it, it doesn't matter. Send Ronald back in here, I really want to get rid of this, oh, geez, wow, oh, is it even worth it? Oh, my god. Okay, I could reduce treatment cost, but that would take 6 crests, I would be left with 11 crests. I need to make sure I've got enough crests. Ah, yes. I don't want to actually do that. I want to upgrade the weapons because that is super handy. So, in the sanitarium, we don't get to buy this just yet, but that's fine. Ronald will just suffer for a little longer until I can upgrade the sanitarium. I don't need him now anyway. This is a garbage pack, so that's fine. I don't know why. Look at this. This is a good trinket. Like, if it were cheaper, I'd get it. I could actually get it now. It's not so good that I'm gonna blow everything I've got to get it. But basically, you sacrifice some health, and it's a big chunk of health, to be sure. But you put it on a character that has very little health to begin with. So the percentage, you know, because it's a percentage of health, you lose a smaller absolute number of hit points. And then that person doesn't have to eat food, so it kind of saves you money. And it also reduces your risk of starving. That said, the main thing about that is it saves you money, so I'm not going to spend $15,000. It'll take a long time buying food for that to be recouped. So anyway, let's go ahead now, and for the characters who are rank 2, let's upgrade their weapons. Ronald, Am I going to send him in? I mean, I could just keep going double Hellion. Honestly, it's not a bad party composition. But just for variety's sake, let's actually send Ronald in there. The thing is, I have not yet found a leper. If I'd had a leper, as soon as I get one, I'm going to start raising him up. That was one of my big whiffs, is I dismissed that class initially. But the leper actually is quite good. And, oh, god damn it, this thing's taken. Fine. Hopefully that'll heal up 55 stress. I don't know if it will or not. Leper is actually quite good, and I would happily level one up and do Hellion Leper. That's my favorite front line. Crusader's fine too, but I'm not seeing any lepers here. Nope, no lepers. So I'm not going to spend any papers upgrading the stagecoach to offer me more heroes per week. First of all, because papers are valuable, and second of all, because most of the time you're never going to use these things. Once your roster's full, that thing is totally worthless. So next mission will probably be this team. Brix has been doing a good job hanging in there. Once she gets to 3, which she will after one more mission, we'll start bringing up one of these guys. And let's take a sneak peek at what I do want to do. So the veteran missions are undoable at the moment. Could just get more papers. The thing about this mission is, it's one of these things, activate 3 something. These missions all have a problem of taking up extra space in your inventory. This particular mission, you start with 3 things in your inventory, so as you find the stuff, you free up space, which is better than the other types of missions where you actually have to take up space as you go along, which makes it harder to bring back treasure. Still though, it's papers. Let me see what else is up here. Busts, and a medium one with some busts. Busts are nice for the sanitarium. But papers are just so much more valuable. I still have to get a bajillion papers to upgrade armor, so I'm actually going to go on this mission next. We're going to get 6 papers, a bunch of money, and maybe a little bit less treasure, depending on where the things are. But that's fine. I'll take that risk. The other problem with those missions is that sometimes the things that you need to do, to interact with, are actually like in a path, not in a room. So you might actually explore all the rooms and still have to backtrack through the entire goddamn map just to find like the curio that you like passed over somewhere, which sucks. But anyway, I'm gonna do that because papers are good. I have a feeling it's gonna be rebalanced because papers are just so much better than everything. You know, guild, yeah, it's good to upgrade stuff, but at the same time, I'm not dying too bad for want of upgraded skills for these guys. That can definitely wait. And all then I have to do is maybe go on like one mission, and then I don't have to go on any more missions into the Warrens for paintings until like a whole bunch of time passes. And I'm still going to be finding paintings randomly in crates and stuff. Whereas papers, it's like, holy crap, I need papers! And so it just seems best to go into the Weald all the time to be able to get your blacksmith up and going. Okay, anyway, that's it, folks. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.